there's only so much that I want to spend whilst being pregnant. Panty liners. I have a serious case of baby brain. Obviously when you're pregnant your body changes a lot and there's a lot that goes on with your body that you have no control over. Hi guys, so it feels like forever that I've actually sat down and done a sit down talk through video. I'm always out of breath. But one of the things obviously that I really wanted to do during this pregnancy is a bunch of pregnancy related videos, have a chat with you guys as well as in the vlogs, do some separate videos, just sort of sat down and going through things that I'm learning, things that I've learned. I don't know what I've called this video just yet. It'll probably be something along the lines of things that I've learned so far during pregnancy. They're sort of little hacks, not really hacks because I think a lot of you will know some of this stuff, but just things that I've picked up. And if you like me, obviously a complete novice, your first pregnancy, then these are hopefully just be little bits and bobs that might help you that you might not have thought of. Maybe they'll help some of you because I do constantly still get DMs from you guys saying that, you know, you really like the videos that are going out at the minute and you find them really helpful and useful about things that I talk about, so I really appreciate that, so thank you. So far, before we continue to go into the video, little baby, so it's crazy. Oh, it's got a little kick then. It's really crazy now, alhamdulillah. It feels I'm doing really well and it feels really good, and I finally got into the better stage of pregnancy for the scary stage of labour. I'm talking through this couple of things, but they're not going to be in any particular order, and hopefully they'll help you with some of the issues that you do have. First thing I wanted to pick up on is generally something you experience within the first trimester of pregnancy is morning sickness. If you watched my last vlog, you would have seen me talk about morning sickness and I would have told you about this tea. So morning sickness lasted all day for me, and I'm not going to go into it too much because I did have a whole vlog on it. But this basically is the Pukka 3 ginger tea that I picked up from one of the supermarkets. This is a brilliant tea. It's got 3 ginger, a warming swirl of organic ginger, galangal and golden turmeric, and it's caffeine free. So obviously when you're pregnant you have to be careful of your caffeine intake, and for me this helped the sickness that I had. They do say ginger helps, and ooh, for me it was via this product. So if you are experiencing some morning sickness and you've tried everything else, you have to hold in there. It does get better, I promise you. Well, I hope it does, and you're not unfortunate enough to experience it throughout your whole pregnancy. But like I said, I had it for like 5 months, so this really helped. And if you are looking for something to hopefully help you and give you a little bit of time to not feel nauseous 24/7, hopefully this will help settle your stomach a little bit. When you're pregnant you have to take certain medication, so just like certain tablets, just to make sure that you've got enough vitamins etc in your body, like folic acid. That's really important. And I am aware that you can get like free folic acid tablets from your doctors. If you're in the UK, you can obviously ask your midwife and she'll be able to give you a prescription. However, I also wanted to take some extras just in case. I know some people will be like, oh, you don't need it, or some people will agree, but I picked up Pregnacare. So I've been using this since the beginning of my pregnancy, ever since I first found out. I picked this up and I went for Pregnacare Max. So this includes folic acid and omega-3. Now this has a bunch of vitamins and supplements in there, so it kind of, Pregnacare have a wide range, but this Pregnacare Max basically has that range combined into these tablets for you. So if you're not wanting something as intense as this, depending on what you think you do need in your body, then there are other options for yourself. But I personally went for this just because it was everything just bundled into one. And I did ask them and they said if I was taking this there wouldn't be a need for me to take any extra vitamins or anything like that, and I'm really bad at taking tablets, so just having these in general is great for me because I know I just have to have 3 tablets for the day and I'm done. You basically, I know because I've been having them, you have 2 of the green folic acid tablets and you have 1 of the omega ones a day with your main meal. And I do think when I do hopefully inshallah give birth, then afterwards I will take, I know they've got an aftercare range as well, so I'll definitely be picking that up. Next thing that I've sort of picked up on, have been using as well, they're very simple but it's like a reminder. I have a serious case of baby brain. Like, I don't know where it came from, and I was like, oh, baby brain does not exist. Baby brain exists. Genuinely, I'm telling you, baby brain exists. Marcus, had to full on convince me, well, not convince me, he was right. I'd convinced myself my birthday was on the 27th of April. There was, I don't know why, and I don't know how long I thought of that, but I'd been thinking for weeks on end that my birthday was on 27th of April, and then I was having a conversation about with Marcus about my birthday, and I was like, oh, but what day is it on? It's on a Monday. And he's like, it's not on a Monday, it's on a Sunday. I was like, no, 27th is on a Monday. And he's like, Irsa, your birthday's on the 26th. I'm forgetful, this helps. I've briefly touched on this before, but obviously staying hydrated in your pregnancy is very important and very annoying, because when you get to this stage you have to pee 24/7. However, this little thing here helps. So this is a new one that I actually just ordered off Amazon. I have had one like this previously and I absolutely love these water bottles. Obviously you can use an average water bottle, it's absolutely fine, but I really do like these ones just because it does have the times on there as well. So the whole idea is fill it up twice a day, and basically in the morning, by 8 AM you need to have drunk that by that much, by 9 AM that much, 10 AM that much, fill it back up, and then it goes from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 PM. You can obviously fill this up like 2-3 times a day, and it's not, I think this maybe holds 750 ml, so it's not your full amount that obviously they do recommend that you have per day, but for me that's unrealistic. I'm not gonna lie and say I sit here and drink like litres and litres of water a day. Sometimes I do and I try to, but this is a lot more realistic for me. And I don't know why, but because of the straw, so if I'm just sat at my desk at work, which I'm also finding difficult now, if I'm just sat at my desk at work, literally just having this straw, I'm just constantly I just grab it, and I just find it so easy. Like I get through the water so quick. Like I definitely drink more than the recommended and fill it up more. And I picked this one up from Amazon. I think I got this one for about £7. There are more that cost a lot more, and I was like, no, that was the cheapest one that I could find. But if you go into shops, maybe you can find it cheaper, so you can have that with you, and you're constantly reminding yourself to stay hydrated during your pregnancy, because it's very important. Because as I mentioned before, hopefully hydration will stop or prevent or slow down stretch marks. Hey, yeah, what's up? Because my theory was the more hydrated you are, the less likely you are to get stretch marks, because as your skin stretches, it'll have more elasticity and it won't crack, aka stretch marks. I spoke about one of my vlogs, but that's another little thing that I picked up. As I've gone on in my pregnancy, one thing that I am seriously suffering with at the minute is cramps. I have woke up in the middle of the night before screaming because I've had leg cramps, and I know it happens in pregnancy. I spoke to a midwife about it. She said it's like a common thing. However, it doesn't make it any easier to deal with, and they do say, "What's up, Naska? Oh, come here." I'm sorry, but just take a minute. Just take a minute to look at it. Leg cramps doesn't make it any easier, the fact that it is quite a common issue that you do face. However, it happens. So I looked into it, and obviously she said to keep your legs elevated, etc. And I have a pregnancy pill. I really like this in bed as it is, like a contortionist. Never mind sort of keeping my legs elevated. I just felt like that didn't help the cramps. But another tip that I actually read online, these bad boys, bananas, honestly, I don't know if it was just me, but apparently bananas help leg cramps, and I can vouch for this. For me personally, this has worked. Like if you're having leg cramps during the night that are waking you up like I did, try having one banana a day. I tried to have it later on in the evening, but it genuinely, and I don't know the science behind it, I've not looked into it that much. I was like, oh, I'll try it. Tried it and it worked, and I was like, I'll take that. Hey, yeah, what's going on with this cat? Lifesaver. I would not have thought it. There's obviously some sort of science behind it. Be careful, because you don't want a potassium overdose, so don't go crazy on the bananas. Stay within limits, but a banana a day keeps the leg cramps away. Moving on, obviously when you're pregnant, your body changes a lot, and there's a lot that goes on with your body that you have no control over. Now, I've used these previously before pregnancy, and I find them really helpful as well. Panty Liners. These are amazing, so simple yet so handy to have. When you are pregnant, your body goes through a lot of changes, and like I said, there's a lot that you can't control, and stuff happens, and you don't want to feel groggy, and you don't want to feel like you're not fresh. Being in that situation all day, it's not good. So this is basically an absolute lifesaver for me. These are essential. It is normal, so if you are going through something like that, like having certain, you know, your bodily fluids is normal. As girls, we experience it. Generally, a lot of girls experience it on a monthly basis anyway, but obviously there's other bodily fluids out there. But this, if you're having any issues and you're not feeling fresh in the day, pop a couple of these in your bag and it's absolutely amazing. It just literally, just as you normally would, you don't even know that they're there, and it's like £1 and you get so many in there, and they're definitely worth it. Just help keep you a little bit more fresh, because when you're pregnant you're already so uncomfortable with so many other things, especially when like the early stages, when your womb's stretching, or then you start to develop backache like I have, and there's just one less thing to sort of be worried about and not feel comfortable with. It just sort of helps like with that comfort, because comfort is very much key when pregnant. And I do think if you are having certain issues, or you know, there's certain things going on, then try these and hopefully they'll help you just feel a little bit more comfortable throughout the day. So if you follow me on Snapchat and Instagram, you'd seen I complain about heartburn a lot during pregnancy. Never had heartburn before. Pregnancy comes through, heartburn. Apparently it means everyone says I'm gonna have a really hairy baby. I mean, yeah. I picked up these Rennies. I went for the spearmint version because I heard that the original isn't very good. Obviously, I spoke to the midwife. She said you can also use Gaviscon. It seems really simple. It's something you reach to anyway. I was just a little bit concerned though, because I thought in pregnancy there's literally so many things that you can't have. You have to make sure that you're having things that you can have. So like, you know, if you're ill, there's paracetamol and that's it. There's not really much else that they can give you. Keep these in my bag as well. I find that as a really handy thing. I try not to go anywhere without these, because heartburn can hit you anytime. I know there's certain trigger foods, but I'm too lazy to sit there and write down what they are or make a mental note, so I stay away from it, because at the beginning of my pregnancy there was so much I couldn't eat, and now that I can, I refuse to let heartburn stop me. Throwing up's different, but heartburn, no. I will Rennie you up. So I would suggest, just as like another little tip, just always keep a pack of heartburn tablets in your purse and you'll be absolutely fine, because when lunchtime comes round and now I'm about to eat and the heartburn's going to ruin like my appetite, literally just have 1 or 2 of these and then I'll be good to go. Another thing I learned obviously whilst being pregnant is that going back onto your body changing so much. There's only so much that I want to spend whilst being pregnant when it comes to like clothes and etc. But luckily I wear like oversized clothes anyway, so and I've still managed to fit in them, so luckily for me that's been the case. And however, when you're pregnant your body grows. There's certain things that you can't wear anymore. So one thing that I wanted to do is, obviously I didn't want to spend loads and loads of money on like lots of new underwear and stuff, because to do that and then potentially afterwards my body might change. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen, but it might then go back to, either it'll go back to how it was, or it might be like a bit more of a permanent fixture. However, I didn't want to spend loads of money and then have like all of this extra bits that I probably wouldn't use again for a while, and basically go to like Victoria's Secret and spend like a load of money on new bras and just never see the light of day again. So one thing that I picked up as a little trick for me that I personally think is gonna work hopefully is I picked up these instead. So obviously this is more of like a sports bra sort of thing, so I got this particular one from Victoria's Secret. Now they are padded as well. The reason that I'm saying that these are a bit more of a hack for me is because I picked this up in like a size small. Now I'm not my usual size and that is pretty evident obviously when I try on my older bras, but because this is a small, if I was my original size I knew that I fit into these, and because it's stretchy, if I wear them now I actually still fit into them. So the brilliant thing is if I stock up on these, I know that if I go back to how I was, I'll still be able to use them. Or however, for now this give me amazing support and comfort as well, what you know, as you need it, because you don't want bra straps just constantly digging into you. It does get really uncomfortable, and you know, I know you can buy those bra extenders as well at the back, but for me it's just too much faff. These actually work an absolute treat. So because they are stretchy they literally hold me in now, and then I have had them before I was pregnant, so I know that they'll fit me again if I was to go back to how I was. I know there'll probably be some people laughing at me there saying, oh, you'll never go back to how you were, but you never know. That's another thing, is it? You can't decide to someone like, oh, I know a lot of people say your body will never be the same, which I totally get. I mean, I can't look into the future, so I'm just gonna like plan for whatever I can. So another thing that I've learned during pregnancy is I really liked sort of keeping track of the baby, and sort of in my head I like to visualize like how big it was getting. I'd like to know the facts of like, oh, when can it start hearing my voice, when will I start to feel it kick, you know, what should my bump look like at this size, which by the way everyone's different. But one thing I found online was a website. So this is a website called What to Expect, so I'll link it down below for you. But basically, for example, right, obviously I'm not 21 weeks pregnant, but I'm just going to show you this page just in general. So this is the website, and Marcus and I really look forward to, we watch this every Saturday night just to sort of see what, because every Saturday is my new week within the pregnancy, so we watch it every Saturday night, and it basically talks you through like the baby's development. So for example, here it says at 21 weeks pregnant, your baby is large as a banana, you got 19 weeks to go, and as you scroll down, it'll tell you like the baby's development, the body changes, common symptoms, tips, recommended products, birth month group discussions. And one thing we obviously like to watch is like these videos that they have on the website together. Oh yeah, there we go. Just briefly showing you this.
21, and your little monkey is about the size of a medium banana, around 7 inches long and almost.
So it's literally just like a minute or two video where she talks you through what stage the baby's at, which is really cool, and it tells you like all of the little bits here. So it does, here it says he's got the moves, but sometimes she refers to the baby as she, sometimes she refers to it as he. So and it says it's got more blood cells, like the baby's drinking, etc. And it just sort of talks you through everything, what's happening with the baby that week as well, which is really cute. You've sort of got a bit of an insight, oh, like this is what my baby's gonna like be going through, etc. This is what I can expect, like, oh, I might feel a kick this week. But obviously don't put pressure on yourself for stuff like that, which the website does reiterate as well, because everyone is different, so you'll experience obviously certain things at certain times. But yeah, that was just like a cool little thing that I liked as well to keep an eye on during my pregnancy. Another thing that I wanted to recommend is, I was quite an active person before I was pregnant. Oh well, actually before I even got married. If you guys watch my old vlogs, you'd know that I used to go to the gym quite a lot. I mean, and that eventually all sort of slowed down and came to a grinding halt. However, I did feel very sluggish, and I didn't have the energy in me to go to the gym. I know you can still work out, etc. when you're pregnant, but I just couldn't be bothered. I mean, and also I don't think I'd trust myself enough to be careful enough to like not overdo it, etc. And you do have to be careful with stuff when you are expecting. So one thing that I did do randomly, never done yoga in my life, but I'm going to link a couple of videos down below. There's a couple of yoga videos I actually tried on YouTube. So I got Marcus with me in the living room, and basically he sort of supported me, and we just like went through a couple of pregnancy yoga videos. Obviously it's free, it's on YouTube. If you've got a spare 10 minutes, maybe relax yourself before bed, or well, first thing when you get up in the morning to help you stretch. It's really easy for beginners, because I've never done anything like that, and you can pretty much find anything on YouTube these days. So another tip I'd have is, if you are feeling a little bit sluggish during your pregnancy, definitely look at the videos on there just for like some gentle exercises you can do at home just to help you sort of feel a little bit better. Now this wouldn't be a pregnancy recommendation video without this bad boy right here. So this is my pregnancy pillow. My mother-in-law kindly gifted this to me actually, and it was a lifesaver. I love this thing so much. She picked this up from Amazon, so I'll link it down below for you. It is absolutely amazing. I love this so much. So much so, it's such a hit that sometimes I wake up and Marcus has rolled me off it, and I just like see him like on my pregnancy pillow, and we've actually had like moments where I've had to wake him up and down to get off my pregnancy pillow because he's pushed me off it. It is so comfortable. I sleep on my back, and obviously when you're pregnant and you start to get heavier, you can't sleep on your back anymore. Number one, it feels like I can't breathe, and number two, I don't think it's good for the baby either. So you have to sort of sleep on your side, and this definitely helps because it gives you that support that you do need. I know it's a very basic and a lot of people will be aware of this, but if you are struggling with sleep and you're sick of making like pillow forts, etc., literally just pick yourself up a pregnancy pillow. It is so worth the money, and I'm so convinced that it'll stay in my room after I've had the baby. But the good thing is, once you've had the baby too, another little hack is you can like fold it when the baby can like sit up a little bit, and you can put them in, like have them sat up in it as like, you know, I don't know, if you're doing something, just got the baby hovering there. So yeah, I've also seen online that people have used it as like a little thing to pop the baby into, to give them a little bit of support, obviously when they're a little bit older. So another little tip that I'll just have for you before I do leave is all very simple, and you probably already thought of it, but if you are in the stages of sickness, just remember to keep a little bag within your bag. So keep a plastic bag with you at all times, because there's been many times when I've been on a car journey and we've had to pull over and I've spewed my guts out, and I've just thought, why have I not just kept a bag in my bag? And you can get tiny bags. I was like, that would have done the trick. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope it was somewhat useful or insightful, and there's something in there that, you know, you were able to learn, or something that you picked up on that maybe that you didn't know about. I'll try and link everything down below for you, and hopefully it'll help your pregnancy journey just become a little bit more comfortable as it has mine. Like that video, please let me know if it's definitely some, like, if there's similar bits that you want to see. Or the next one that I'm hoping to do as well would be sort of packing my hospital bags. I think that'll be quite an interesting one. Oh, I know I've mentioned this in my vlogs, but bio oil stretch marks, that's what I've been trying. I just want to put that in there as like a pregnancy essential thing. But if you are expecting as well, congratulations. I love it when you guys DM me like, oh, I'm expecting to. I'm like, oh, congratulations. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys liked it, and like I said, just let me know any similar videos you want to watch, and I'll see you soon. See ya.